that leaf here?
No, honey.
Good.
This is from the Rising.
From Verizon?
This is Let's Be Friends. It's from the Rising. Oh, hey, all. Officer Kern Law Dog and Charles Wallace Hanson IV reporting live to you during a lunch intermission. Even though we were here on time.
I'm sleepy.
Yes, we're going to have a quick minute, a little siesta before court resumes at 1:30. Just a couple of things that we're going to call out. In the comment section, I'm going to have a what not to do when you go to court and you're wearing a dress. I'm going to tell you what not to do.
It's not a dress, it's a moo-moo.
Okay, honey, it wasn't a moo-moo. It was a jumper with a sheet as a coverall.
She nearly got her rear end tires caught up into all that.
Okay, I'm going to put a picture. I'm not even going to say anything. It's just going to be a picture, common sense. The picture is going to be self-explanatory about what not to do. An observation Charles and I made inside the courtroom this morning. They're really taking advantage of the public funding that they got for mental health diversion. Honey, wouldn't you say just about every case that's been called this morning, they all got mental health diversion? Hey, Carla, isn't that what you were hearing?
Yeah,
I mean, how much do they get a pop for that? Does anybody know?
I want to know. The Dr. Death was in there almost every he spat out about 60 or 70. Yeah, this motherfucker's just crazy. I mean, maybe he is, but fuck, you know. I mean, do you have to make that big deal out of it? I mean, I think you've made your point. But yeah, like the law dog says, they're really making a meal out of this motherfucker.
Now, we can't give legal advice. They'll never beat our price. But there was a defendant in there that was going to just, you know, these poor guys that, you know, these defendants that don't know their rights. And sadly, ignorance is no excuse to the law. But they're so petrified. He was willing to just call it a day, and it's a disorderly conduct. And then the judge told him that he would be wise not to plead in any matter that could result in jail time. And was he sure that he didn't want the services of a public defender?
That sounds like legal advice to me.
Well, it sounds like job security for everybody.
Well, we're going to put an end to all that.
Because let's face it, the guy...
town?
Let's face it, the guy was never going to go to jail on a disorderly conduct charge alone, especially when they don't even have room in the jails, especially when they're not putting people like Scrivener behind bars. So if they're not going to put to put Scrivener behind bars, we're in no danger. That man was in no danger of just getting his matter done and over with. If you know you're guilty, hey, take the deal. Take the deal. But if you're innocent, oh, hell no. And time waivers, another thing that they quickly give away. Remember, this isn't legal advice. But I wouldn't give up my time. They have 45 days, I believe it is, to resolve this matter. And we all know that they'll abuse that and play a word game too, because I never gave up time on my unlawful arrest from last year when they denied Charles the standard of care and gave him his keys for 53 days, hoping he'd die. And then this year, this shit with Charles, with the handyman, we're going to have an embossed document tomorrow downtown to share while we
show you how Kern County they get the envelope.
While we unite to show our presence that we expect that Scrivener be treated just like any other defendant would be treated, and that those charges be amended.
And Zimmer need to be held accountable.
That those charges be amended to accurately reflect what the investigative report alleges happened, and that's that he penetrated What's all that squawking?
Oh, somebody can.
Somebody's just daring somebody to say something. When we pulled in after grabbing a bite to eat, and that reminds me, folks, Flame Broiler in Mojave, and I don't get paid for advertisement. Hands down, they're one of the best flame broilers, even though they're in the shithole of Mojave. Better than some of the ones we've been to in Bakersfield where they ration your sauce. Not right here at Flame Broilers, baby. They got the pump. They got the dump.
Well, it all depends on what kind of clientele you have. If you got a bunch of...
Honey, this is Rosedale and they're rationing. It's not like we're over off a Union or some shit. There's no excuse for that. If I paid for my dish and I happen to like a lot of sauce, why? What the hell? Why does no? That's corporate greed. That's exactly what it is. Why can this flame broiler have the pump and allow you to be a big girl and a big boy and get your own damn sauce versus that one we go to in Bakersfield? They hand it out to us like we need rationed. Anyhow, when we pulled in from having lunch, there was this sheriff's deputy over there getting into his truck playing grab ass with Fly Girl with her curls. I mean, she was cute, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And then sure
she can
enough,
do better.
oh, anybody can do better. Shit. Anybody can do better. Yeah, anyhow, yeah. And then we hear this.
They show you a gun and a badge. Yeah, you better run screaming.
Yeah, you can do better. We hear this whoop whoop. Turn around. There's old homeboy putting his lights and sirens just so he could show off for her, so that she'll go back in all beaming, thinking, that's my man going to an emergency. Yeah. And there wasn't even a damn emergency. He turned that shit. He turned those lights off.
The boy says, hey, you coming over here to Denny's to have some breakfast on us? Because, we're our point man in there is, he's giving us our breakfasts and lunch for free. So come on, asshole. That's the only reason
you know that it wasn't an emergency when he turned his lights off as soon as he knew she was back inside the building. And once he got right there by that poor homeless dude that looks like he had a little overdose of fentanyl over there in the field, that you can't help but miss him. He's been wandering around aimlessly for the last 3 hours. He didn't want him thinking that maybe he cared and he was going to go, do the right thing and get him some drug diversion. Right? Some mental health intervention.
No, it's more like if they got a law enforcement and they have qualified immunity, but refuses to blow the whistle, refuses to mandate. So you know what we're going to do?
Hey, Carla, I wish you could be there tomorrow, but we understand some people have to work. A confidential informant told me that Scrivener's going to be
front and center.
Formally sentenced at 12:15. How does that work?
Yeah, well,
unless they're going to be doing it behind the scenes,
they're going to do it
and
before.
denying the public the right to see how this all unfolds.
That's right. But you all got to remember, what goes on in Kern County is quite crooked and dirty, and it's all corruption. And how do you know, people? Because when they say the higher ups, this is how this is going to work and unfold, shitload of you motherfuckers have already been rolled over on. Y'all know who we're talking about, and y'all know it's because of us. Well, a shitload more is going to get. You know what I found out in the last 3 to 4 weeks? The more street cash you got on you, and the further down south you go, those American greenbacks are going to buy you a lot of fucking muscle and a lot of fucking. Let me tell you how this shit works. Let me tell you the kind. They got metal. Magnetic metal detectors. That's what almost everybody uses. And when they what were we just talking about?
I don't know, honey, because that's what I was trying to ask you, is what you were talking about down south and shit. Like, you already done lost me. But it's okay, honey, because we're gonna have 20-minute quiet time before we have to go back in there. 20-minute quiet time, honey. If you have my 4 digits, you know what I'm talking about. Give us a call in 20 minutes so we can take a little nap.